This video covers the first steps in setting up a quiz in your Moodle course. To begin, we'll go to the administration block and click on Questions. This brings us into the question bank. This is where we construct the questions that will go in our quiz. And notice we already have 8 questions in this particular bank. Let's add one more question, and I'll add a true-false question. And my question is going to be on student code of conduct. And there's my true-false statement. This question is worth 1 point by default. I'm going to leave it at that. The general feedback field is where you can provide students with more information about the question, regardless of whether or not they select the appropriate response. This is not a required field, so I'll leave that blank. And then I'll select the correct answer, which is true, and I'll give students feedback if they select that answer. And if they get the question wrong, I'll also give them feedback. You'll probably want to make your feedback more in depth. And then I save my changes. Now I'm back in the bank. The new question I just added is highlighted in green. Notice it's the first of the true-false questions. They're arranged alphabetically by category. So that explains the order of your questions here. If I want to preview that question, I can click on the preview icon. I can also go back in and edit any of my questions here. I can move them to another context or category, and I can delete questions here as well. If I want to restore an old question that I may have deleted, I can check this box, and the questions I've deleted in the past show up in gray, and if I want to restore them, I can do that here. For now, I'll turn that off. And I can continue adding questions until I feel I've developed the bank sufficiently. Once I've done that, I'll return back to the central column, and my next step will be to add a quiz as an activity.